we've got leaked images of the Canon EOS R6 Mark II and the 135mm f1.8 L series image stabilized USM prime lens. Do they look faked, or do they show some much needed improvements? Details coming up, but first, I encourage you to subscribe and choose all notifications so you're kept informed on the latest camera gear, news, and rumors. Thanks to Digicami-info, we have leaked images of the Canon EOS R6 Mark II. In the side profile, we can see the ports, and there's really no difference between the Mark I and the Mark II. However, what's hidden behind that door, that HDMI port, that will tell us whether we're getting that stupid micro HDMI or a mini or even a full size. Fingers crossed that it's been upgraded to at least a mini. In this front view, there really isn't any difference other than the marking of the badge with the R6 Mark II, although we can see a little bit of a texture difference at the top dial. Otherwise, the front looks identical to the Mark I. For those of you that don't like flippy screens, you want to turn away now. The Canon R6 Mark II has a fully articulating flip screen, not a tilt screen similar to that found in the Sony a7R5. Looking at the back of the camera, I'd challenge you to find any difference between the button layouts or the functions of the Mark I versus the Mark II. Do you see any differences? The info, magnification, Q button are in the same place, same with the set and the dial button, as well as the play and the trash can. We've got the rate and the menu button, and all the dials appear to be in the same place, and the hot shoe does look a little bit different, but I think that's mostly due to the angle of view. But if you do notice, the texture does look a little bit different. If we look on the right, we see a slight difference in texture, as well as to the right of the camera, it does look like it has a slightly different texture, indicating that it wasn't just a full copy. So I'm kind of doubting it, that even though these look identical, even though these images largely do look identical and they could be photoshopped, I am seeing some subtle differences. Because you never know, but with the announcement coming tomorrow, I'm not surprised that we're starting to get full-size leaked images. What I expect next is to get a full set of leak specifications and the time of the announcement. But taking a look at the top here, do you see some major changes? I do. Look at the on and off button. It's no longer an on and off button. It's now a selector between video and stills. And if we look on the right side, we can now see that we have an off, lock, and on button. What's more, those 3 custom modes, they're 3 custom stills modes, and they're also 3 custom video modes. So if you set up your video modes, so if you set up 3 stills modes, you can also set up 3 customs modes, just like on the Canon EOS R5. So this is really huge. A lot of you have been asking for this. This has been one of those things in the Canon EOS R6 Mark I that have been driving people crazy. So it's really great to see this improvement. That's really good. So other than that, we see the multifunction button, the shutter button in the same place, the dials, the strap positions, although the straps do look a little bit different, or the strap, where you put the strap in. Everything else seems to look pretty much the same. Although the hot shoe, look at the hot shoe. It definitely is different. We can see that this now supports the same hot shoe as the Canon EOS R3. When I first saw this image, it kind of looked like they were CF Express Type A, and obviously that's not the case. The Canon EOS R6 Mark II supports dual UHS 2 card slots. Would you want to have dual CF Express Type A instead of UHS 2? Let me know in the comments section down below. And now it's time to look at the 135mm f1.8 L series image stabilized USM prime lens. Does it look any different to the rendition that I did a few days ago? Yeah, this definitely looks a whole lot better, and here it is from another angle. Doesn't really tell us much, but there you go. Canon RF 135mm f1.8 L series image stabilized lens, which will go on sale for $2,099. And of course, we've got the Canon EOS R6, which is going on sale for $24.99. But I know, I can tell from your comments, you're waiting to know when the announcement is going to take place. Is it going to happen in Japan? Is it going to happen tonight around 11 p.m., which is November the 2nd, Japanese local time? Or is it going to happen around 10 o'clock in the morning, New York time, or sometime in Europe? We just don't know at this point. Oh, hold on a minute here. Checking my sources. No, we don't have the time yet, but as soon as we do, that's going to be another video. I'll let you know immediately. Hopefully, we'll have leak specifications along with that. But at this point, enjoy the photos. It looks like the Canon EOS R6 Mark II definitely has some improvements in terms of the button layout, but also those custom modes. And I know there's going to be a lot of celebrating from many people who are just, the Mark I mean, that didn't make any sense. So Canon has heard you. You've got improvements. You've got a separate button for video and stills. You've got custom modes for video and stills, and you've got a lock button as well. I mean, This is pretty good, isn't it? I think this is looking pretty good. And if you want to stay up to date on the latest camera news and rumors, please go ahead and subscribe and choose all notifications. By choosing all notifications, it's really a benefit to you. As soon as I publish a new video like this one on stills or pricing or something else, you'll get notified by YouTube, so that way you can stay up to date on the latest camera news and rumors. But if I'm a little bit honest, subscribing is more selfish for me. I like to see that number go up because vendors see that number go up, and then I'm more likely to get cameras sent to me for review. So please go ahead, subscribe, and choose all notifications. That saves you from scrubbing all the major websites, Twitter feeds, RSS feeds, and YouTube channels. I cover all the major news, as you can see over the past couple of weeks, for all major brands. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon.